Ring up Graeme Kenna.
The voicemail of Graeme Kenna from the Legal Department for Adult Services at Bradford Council. Please leave a message and I will get back to you.
After you've finished your message, just hang up, or to hear more options, please press 1.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Kenna. It's Mr. Hussain here. Once again, leaving yourself another message like a broken record. Today is message number 153. I've left you 152 previous messages from the 10th of October 2023, and today is the 10th of March 2024. So yes, I've left you 152 previous messages from the 10th of October 2023, and today is the 10th of March 2024, and the time is around about 10 past 10, and it's now been 215 days that you've unlawfully kidnapped my brother from my care and are refusing to engage with me and let me know where he is and what kind of conditions you're holding him under, refusing to engage with me entirely, whilst at the same time plotting, planning and conspiring with your associates and partners such as West Yorkshire Police, such as the Housing Association, such as the Courts and Tribunal Services, such as key members of the judiciary, all plotting and planning to target and victimize me after having previously murdered my mother, done the same thing, plotted and planning and taken court action to take my mother into your custody and care to my exclusion, and within 334 days of her life ended her life prematurely by forcing her to be vaccinated, and then subsequently now all you doing the same thing again in my brother's case 7 months later. And I'm just mindful, a decade ago in 2014, this is exactly what you were doing then, plotting, planning, machinating in order to murder my brother Nazim in a care home. I noticed that you had then banned me from banned me from visiting my brother Nazim in July. In July 2014, you had banned me from visiting my brother. Made an attempt to murder him on the 20th of July 2014. When that had failed, you had made several more attempts throughout August and September to finally end his life on the 18th of September 2014. All with a view and aim to frame me for his murder. That all abysmally failed, and then you made further attempts to collude and conspire with my brother Adalat to have me arrested in December when my brother Adalat came and attacked me in my own home. And this has just been a clear, enterprise on your part to murder, cover up, buying off the judges and the judiciary to target and victimize me. Look at the situation you got me facing presently. You're making me homeless after having stolen all my money from me and all my financial resources. You've colluded and conspired with my friends and family to alienate me, to isolate me like this, and now you've taken my brother 7 months later without telling me where he is. You people are just gangsters, aren't you? You're just all legally qualified for paid, publicly funded criminal gangsters that are torturing and murdering members of the public, and then you say, oh, Mr. Hussain, you're just being scandalous, or you're just being dramatic. Am I really? Look at the evidence. You threw my brother off a 3-story building and made him quadriplegic for the next 10 years. Was that my fault? All right. When you ended up murdering him a decade ago, was that my fault? Or you then covered it up by buying off your own very own coroner's court, all right, your own coroner to cover that up. Then subsequently you've just tortured and murdered my mother at the height of the pandemic. You made me homeless, then subsequently tortured and murdered her to death. Was that me? You've come into my house, stolen everything, stolen the safe from my bedroom. You still hold my mother's jewelry. You've stolen thousands of pounds from my house. You've stolen millions of pounds in cryptocurrencies that you're refusing to engage with me on, in colluding and conspiring with the Housing Association. Look at all the villainy that you've committed against me, and then you're going to say, oh no, it's just me being a conspiracy theorist, it's just me being crazy. And then let's not forget this, then you've tried before my mother's death to say the fact that I lack mental capacity, and that's what you were getting Judge Mr. Justice Cohen to rubber stamp, that I lack litigation capacity, so you can instruct your official solicitor to come on board, so you can further collude with them in order for my detriment, as you were attempting to do before my mother died. This is the level of your debauchery. You have colluded and conspired with every single person, the police, West Yorkshire Police, Greater Manchester Police, the Care Quality Commission, the Office of the Public Guardian, the Courts and Tribunal Services, the members of the judiciary. There's nobody left. The Department of Work and Pensions, the Information Commissioner's Office. All this colluding, conspiring and machinating and plotting and planning to target little old me. You'd spend more better time doing your jobs properly, which you cannot do. So you can't do what you're paid to do, but you can abuse your position to target and victimize and murder and torture and vilify in order to make profit and gain. And where's that profit and gain getting here? If it wasn't for the recent lifeline that the government has given here, you would be going bankrupt, and you should go bankrupt because you're morally bankrupt. You as a local authority you're murdering people, aren't you? You're murdering my family members. You murdered my father in June 2009. You murdered my big brother Nazim in September 2014. And you've murdered my mother in January 2022. And now you're going to murder my brother Talib after having detained him unlawfully, held him in your custody and care without any legal framework for the last 7 months or more. You're clearly going to murder people, and that's all you can do, isn't it? Murder people. But let me tell you this, Mr. Kenna, and as a local authority, anybody can murder. There's children that can murder. There's nothing. It's not as a local authority. It's no great achievement. And in order for you to murder, you believe that you are getting away with it because you can cover it up by buying off the judges and the judiciary. You're not getting away with anything. What are you getting away with? You understand? Obviously, you made it so apparent what you're doing. All right, I know about it. I'm recording it. I'm publicizing it. If the public does not want to take attention to it, that's fair enough. But you're not getting away with anything. All you're doing is exposing yourself for the lies and deceptions that you perpetrated against me and my family, and continue to do so. You're torturing everybody so that you can maintain your public persona and facade that you're a benevolent, benign local authority that's just doing the job, protecting and safeguarding the weak and vulnerable members of the society, when the reality is that what you are actually doing is murdering and torturing the weak and vulnerable members of society so that you can continue to perpetuate the lies and deception. So you, particularly Mr. Kenna, can easily work part-time from home with your feet up while relaxing, and me and my family are being tortured to death. I'm facing eviction onto the streets, all orchestrated and by yourself in order to target and victimize me. My brother's now lost the only lifeline he has, namely myself, as being his greatest investor and stakeholder in his welfare. I've invested all my life into here.
You're approaching the maximum allowed time for recording a message. If you wish to record further, please choose the append option from the menu. If you've finished recording, just hang up. If you don't carry on recording or hang up, your message will be deleted. To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. To continue recording your message, press 3. If you are happy with your message, please record the rest of your message after the tone. When you've finished recording, press the hash key.
Okay, Mr. Kenna, I've obviously gone over my time limit today. All I want to say is that I know it's been 7 months later. You're going to murder my brother as you murdered everybody else. And I'm telling you not to do this because there's a cost associated with every human life. £1 billion for each human life that you're deliberately murdering. It's a month of Ramadan coming up. I want to see my brother. I want to know if he's okay. I have a basic right to know where he is and what kind of condition he's being held in now that you've taken him under these circumstances. You're refusing to do so. You're trying to make me homeless. You're trying to take away the property so you can then win. Is this really victory? Is this really victory for you, the local authority, torturing and murdering the weak and vulnerable members of society that you have a duty of care to? Is that really a victory for yourself? You're just pathetic as a local authority.
Sorry, but you've reached the maximum time available for recording your message. To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. If you are happy with your message, press 4. To specify a message sent. Goodbye.
That's 9 minutes that I've put in there. But yeah, they're just kind of pathetic, aren't they? They're just torturing and murdering us, and they're not even getting away with anything. They're just leaving a litany of failures, a litany of evidence everywhere. It's just a litany of failures and evidence everywhere that's quite clearly discernible what they're doing. But they could just force something through, like basically force my silence and force my acquiescence through buying off everybody. I mean, it's just getting more and more ridiculous, and they're gonna spend more and more of their time to buy more and more of the people in order to do more. This is what ultimately the money is going to. The government helpline, the money that the government is giving them in hundreds of millions of pounds, is simply to maintain the status quo and cover up their failures and from the public's attention. That's all they're trying to do. They're just trying to hide it from the public, and that's what they're spending the real money on.